In the United States, currently, the majority of uranium mining is conducted using in situ mining. In situ mining is a process where the uranium is leached in place in situ. Water wells are drilled into the uranium deposit and the groundwater is circulated. Groundwater is circulated with oxygen. When oxygen is added to the water, it literally rusts the rock. When you rust a nail, the nail turns from silver or gray to a rusty red color. When you have uranium ore and you rust it, the rock turns from a gray to a yellowish color. That yellow oxidized uranium is soluble and it's brought to the surface, and it's extracted from the water through a treatment process. So that is in situ mining, and that is how the majority of uranium is produced in the United States. But there still is conventional mining in the United States, and there's many deposits in the United States that can only be produced through conventional means. With conventional means, the rock is excavated from the earth. It's either excavated underground in tunnels or workings, or if the ore is shallow enough, it can be dug up in pits and taken out through what is called an open pit type of technique, where it's mined from the surface. In both cases, the ore is extracted, it's taken with trucks to a mill where the uranium is ground, or the ore is ground and crushed. The uranium is leached in big tanks from the rock. And now we have a solution that is very similar to the solution that's produced during the in situ leach process, where the solution can be taken through a series of refinement steps, ultimately to drying, where the uranium is packaged in 55-gallon drums and is shipped to a conversion facility where it is further processed for nuclear fuel. Uranium is a very common element. I think what's notable is in our country, we produce about 10%, maybe somewhat less, of the uranium here at home that we burn on an annual basis in our reactors. We get our uranium from many places in the world. We get uranium from Canada. We get uranium from Australia. There are African countries which produce uranium. Perhaps most notable over the past decade is the increase in uranium production from the country of Kazakhstan. We get uranium from all of these locations. Currently, nuclear power plants are also fueled by uranium that is released from government inventories. The government, the United States government, for example, has surplus uranium in their military stocks, which are being liquidated regularly into the marketplace and used to fuel reactors. The Soviet Union over the past decade has released a large quantity of old nuclear warheads, bombs that have been debombed. And in fact, in the United States, somewhere around half of our fuel for domestic reactors over the past decade has come from the debombing of old Russian nuclear warheads. That program is coming to an end.